This show broke me. It broke me more, I would have to say, more than any other show.
For eighth place finisher this evening, Martinez.
Because every other show was a show climbing to the top. So in this one, I would have to say I was definitely in the top. So it kind of dropped me down. It just kind of pushed me downhill. So this one really brought me down more than any other show, I would have to say.
You don't have to be far off your game to get knocked down several spots at the Olympia. I'm documentary filmmaker Mike Pulcinella, reporting for MHP. The 2010 Olympia was a disappointing one for MHP superstar athlete Victor Martinez. After placing second to Jay Cutler in 2007, suffering a knee injury in 2008, and undergoing personal tragedy in 2009, Victor surely felt that 2010 was going to be his year. Skipping the Arnold Classic and concentrating all of his energies toward the Olympia for an entire year surely didn't prepare him mentally for the devastating blow of an 8th place finish. So what went wrong? A rumor began to circulate after the Olympia that Vic doesn't train hard enough. Well, I've been shooting video of Victor for over a year and a half now, and I was with him in Tampa as Joe McNeil put him through his workouts in preparation for the show. What follows is a typical leg training session with Joe. You be the judge. This particular session consisted of a circuit of leg extensions, leg presses, Smith squats with chains, and walking lunges. The weights adjusted as they went to compensate for Victor's strength and energy levels. The objective here is to stress the muscles as much as possible while sparing the joints. Joe is very careful not to overload Vic. He is very aware of the knee, and although it is fully healed, he is not about to risk a re-injury by using too much weight. If Vic gets hurt at this point, it would surely mean the end of their Olympia hopes. As if 4 rounds of this wasn't enough, the 5th round was a round of drop sets.
Come on, go. Finish, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Ah, shit. Shit. Come on. 2, 3, 4. Make sure them handles are set. Push. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's go.
Normally, Vic is very quiet and contained when in the gym. He's not a screamer. So when he starts making sounds like these, I know that he is being pushed beyond his normal limits.
Oh, shit. 6, 4. 2, come on. Hold it. 1. Come on, Mitchell. Finish strong for him, buddy. One more. That's it.
Going through all of this for a year to place 8th certainly doesn't sit well with Victor. I spoke with Vic recently about his experience at the Olympia and his plans for the future.
I mean, we had a strong start, a great middle, and right to the end of the show, everything was going great. Size and shape were there, but it didn't dry out. That's it. I did not know until I got on the stage, which is it's clear indication when you hit a pose and you kind of look into the crowd and you hit a pose and you don't get that reaction. When I look down at myself, kind of the only body parts I can see into, which will be my legs, I can see that the deep crevices weren't there, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but as I pose on and on, it's like, you know what, I'm not there. I'm not there, and you know, I was sent into battle, you know, with a 6-shooter. When I should have had a M60, you know, and I just knew it, you know, you just get that feeling. So, and once that call out came, it's basically, you know, there's nothing I can do. Disappointed in myself, disappointed in the outcome already, and this is before Saturday night. I was already, you know, in total disappointment. Then you start looking at the sacrifices, like, man, you know, did I really not have to see my kids for 3 weeks? Did I really have to be, you know, in Tampa for 3 weeks? Could I change it for the next day, Saturday? Probably, but being this is the top dog, Mr. Olympia, it's too late. You know, once prejudging is done, it's done. You don't get those call-outs, you're done.
I noticed that when I went backstage to find you, you had already left. You didn't even hang around backstage.
Oh, no, it was just, I was like, you know what, I need to get this, you know, out of me. I just needed a half hour. I didn't need the whole weekend. I didn't need the whole week. I didn't need a whole month. I didn't need, no, I just said, you know what, I just need a half hour of just nothing, of just silence and just kind of, you know, because pretty much this show broke me. It broke me more, I would have to say more than any other show. Because every other show was a show climbing to the top. So in this one, I would have to say I was definitely in the top. So it kind of dropped me down. It just kind of pushed me downhill. So this one really brought me down more than any other show, I would have to say. You know, and this one did bring me down, and it was, now me, it's all about how fast you get knocked down, how fast you can get up, and it took me a half an hour, you know. So my friends, just don't call me for a half an hour. Just don't call me, because right now it's just horrible, you know. I mean, I don't know what to think, but I don't really want to think much of anything negative. All I want to think of is how am I going to come back. Before the night show is even over, I'm already thinking about the Arnold, you know, thinking about the changes I'm going to make, you know, thinking how strong I'm going to come in. Any bitterness? No. no bitterness, just anger to fuel my drive to get me to my next show. Anger that's gonna drive me to step on that stage and leave no ifs, ands, or buts.
And so the story continues as Victor Martinez, one of the most beleaguered bodybuilders in the sport, strives to take his place among the champions. This is an epic comeback story in the making, and rather than create a DVD at this point, we have decided to continue to shoot and archive footage. From time to time, we will post short updates like this on the web so that you can follow Victor's progress through what are certainly going to be some very difficult and interesting months ahead.
I'm at a point that, I wouldn't even say bodybuilding purgatory. I'm just, not good. I'm not in a good position right now. So I need to dig out of it, find the excitement, which makes it even harder when you're not in a good position, and just fight and just find it somewhere else to a point and just add it into my whole bodybuilding and let it get me to the Arnold and find the excitement to be on that stage and be ready to, place number one.
To get instant updates on all my video projects, subscribe to the Gato MJP YouTube page or become a Mike Pulcinella Facebook friend. The Victor Martinez story is made possible by MHP Bodybuilding Supplements.